Now that we have seen the function declaration and definition, now what I'll do is I will save the same program as function underscore 2. Now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function. I'm going to create a function to print square of a number. Now let's see. Now for square of a number, I'll just take two integers, a and b. What we'll do is we'll scan a. So printf, please enter a number. Then print dummy, that will add that dummy line for us. Then scanf %d, comma, ampersand a. So please enter a number. Then we scanned the number and we got our number into a. Now I have to write down a function which performs square of a number. Now when I have to write down a function to perform square of a number, then I need to pass the argument, or I need to pass this number a to that function, and I also need to take a number return from that function, which is the square value. Now for that sake, see, my function will be written like this. So I'll write it down over here. I will declare it over here. Now look at the declaration, how the declaration will be. Now I cannot write void my square. Let's say my name of the function is my square, and this is the kind of definition. But will this definition work? No, it will not work, because first thing, this function is going to accept this a value. A is what? Int. So you need to declare it inside it. How? Int, maybe a, maybe x, maybe b, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can write any name over here. Point is, if the function is going to accept an argument from the main program, you need to write it over here. So let's say it become int a. The function declaration became void my square int a. Now this is okay if the function is accepting a value and printing the result on its own. But I don't want to print the result in function. I want to return this square back to the main program. So the data type of return should be mentioned over here. So it becomes int my square int a. Why int a? Because I am going to pass an integer to it. Why int my square? Because my square is going to return a value which is going to have a data type int. Let's see how this function definition would be. So int my square int a. Definition is very simple. Actually, there is nothing into it. So return a into a. You can do that, or you can alternatively take another variable int x. X is equal to a into a, and then return it. Anything will do. We'll just keep it like this for simplicity. Now when a function returns a value, then it needs to be called like this. So b is equal to my square a. Because the programmer knows that this function is going to return a value, so it should always be returned, or it should always be called on the right hand side of assignment operator. Now let's try to print the square value. So printf square of %d is %d, comma a, comma b. Please look at the function carefully. Int my square int a. Why this int? Because it is going to return a value. Why this int? Because it is going to accept one argument from your program. Why it has been called on the right hand side of assignment operator? Because it is going to return something. If it isn't returning anything like print dummy, then you can directly call it like print dummy itself. But this is, however, going to return. Therefore, b is equal to my square, and here you pass the value a. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's run this code. Enter a number. So let me enter 9. Okay, and hit enter. Square of 9 is 81. You can see the result is printed, and this dummy is also printed. Now this print dummy is actually, however, here unnecessary, unwanted. but I'm just keeping it for the sake of understanding. So this is the second type of function we have seen in this video. Function which accepts an argument and function which returns an argument. Now let's say another function which accepts an argument but doesn't return an argument. In that case, the data type should be void. So what I can do is void print square. It will accept the variable. Remember, it is not needed to be kept a. You can very well keep it I. You can very well keep it j like that. So if it is j, then here your multiplication should be j by j. What I have written here is int I. Now the function definition will go like this. Void print square, open and close bracket. Now this is not going to return anything. Therefore, the data type of function is void. Instead of returning, what I can do is I can do printf. Print result here. If you want, you can also call it print dummy from the function. So one function calling another function is also okay. Now let's do one thing. We'll have to take another variable here. Let's call it k. K is equal to I multiplied by I. Printf /n square of %d is %d. First value is I, second value is k. Remember, only I and k are accessible here. The variable a and b are local variable in main body. I will explain about local and global variables later on. But for now, just understand that a and b only accessible here. And here what we can access is I and the one we create k. Now print square function will be executed like this. No need to return anything. Now, in that case, what I will do is, instead of calling these three lines, I will simply call print square and pass on the variable a into it. Let's try to run this code. Enter a number 7. Print result here, dummy, square of 7 is 49. So you have seen two different functions here in this program. One which can return a value, one which doesn't return a value. But instead of returning, it is printing the value here itself. How you write your function depends upon your particular requirement. There is no rule of thumb over there that you should write only this type of function or that type of function. It depends totally upon your usage. What I am doing here is I am just going to explain you all the type of function writing, and then we'll see different examples for it. One more thing you have to remember, a function can accept multiple arguments, but it can only return one value. A CIF program will only return only one value in return statement. That's it for this program. Try it out. The function is called as function2 here. You can see that in your code bank and try this out, or you may write it down as I have written here. Let's see in the next video what is the other one more type of function. Thank you for watching.